we're live! Welcome to episode 110 of the MailleWerX Chainmail live streams. I'm your host, Sean, and I run MailleWerX.com, where you can find all your chainmail themed apparel and accessory needs, because everyone needs chainmail themed apparel and accessories. We're having a bit of the silly juice, and let's do the share. Alright. Okay, phone's not. Do this. Join me for some Saturday night chainmail. If you put a lot of exclamation points on anything, people will think it's important. Hey Barb, how you doing? Alright. I'm debating on... Alright, what do we got? These need to go like all the way back over there. Got a lot of crap. Got a lot of crap everywhere. Oh. What is this? Ooh. Ooh, I know what these are. Meh, me? I had a day, Barb. I had myself a day. Look at how I don't know if this will show up on here. Look at how shiny those rings are. God. Okay, so these were some 16 gauge 3/8 stainless rings that I got from the ring lord that I cleaned up, and holy crap. They look amazing. Alright, I don't know if we're gonna work with those tonight or not. Maybe. What do I got? Here. We'd always play with the aluminum from Chain-Reaction. When I have an end goal in mind, like, I do love these rings, right? Let's see here. All right, I give in. Me too. You really need this tonight? What's going on with me? Well, I'll get into that in a minute. Urgh. Let's figure out what we're gonna work on. All right, eeny, meeny, miny. I need to order some more rings from Wally. I'm gonna put this one large ring on here. Alright, there we go. That'll work. Yeah, man. Ah, these rings are so burly. Oh, okay. Oh. Don't like that song, do I? Alright. This is our European 4-in-1 and elf weave dice bag. I gotta figure out how to get this closed, and then we'll add some more rings once we get some more in. Gonna have to order some. It'll just be a little pouch by the end of it, right? Little unique pouch. What else we got from them? We have 3 other ring sizes. Sure, we can make something. Right? Put that aside for now. That cube is almost, it's almost successful. Right? Like, it's just, it's almost there. Not quite. I don't know. What will happen if we add more rows to it? You know what I mean? I don't know. I can always work on this. Here we go. Alright. Let's get the proper ring size out here. Alright, so what is going on with me? My music's too loud, for starters. I was watching a YouTube video. There we go. What were we gonna do with this? I think there's a cup nearby. Hang on. Alright. Excuse me. We got this cup. Got this, like, that turns to the side and opens it up for sipping on some coffee. Now, one thing I've noticed about, well, you know what? Hang on. Let me grab one more thing. I'll be right back. I should probably turn this other light on too. There we go. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so this is the coffee cup. If you've been watching for a while, you'll know that I wrapped this first with some Japanese 12 and 2 made from scrapped wire from Abu Ghraib prison out in Iraq, right? And that broke eventually because it was really cheap. Like, they were like handmade rings cut with a nail file, and it had later a Celtic Vision sheet wrap on it, which lasted many years, and then eventually that fell off the side of the bed of my pickup truck, and then I put this stainless and blackened stainless elf weave wrap on it, right? And it's, you know, you hit someone with this, it's gonna leave a mark for sure. This one is like one of my coup de grace, right? I think Frank's a little bit better of a... This is stainless and blackened stainless interwoven Byzantine hexagons, right? And it makes this really nice textured look, right? It's awesome, but it's an enormous coffee cup, right? And when you go to drink out of it, it's ridiculously heavy. And also, it doesn't fit in any cup holder, so it's ridiculously heavy, it's overly large, and I can't take it anywhere with me because the handle broke off. So you can grab it by the wrap and hold it in place, but you know, you need Popeye forearms to work this successfully. Like, when it's full, it's hefty. I wonder what this, let's find out what this weighs. Hang on a sec. We'll get to working on projects in a minute, I promise. There will be some chainmail this evening. I just want to see something. I have no idea what this cup weighed empty. I just want to find out what it weighs now. Let's fix Frank here. 0. All right, 3.13 pounds empty. Okay, that's a 3-pound coffee cup. I don't have a. Ugh. So I think it was 3 pounds, not 3.13, 3 pounds, 1.3 ounces. I love this scale. It's a great little measuring device. All right. Anyway, so I want a coffee cup I can use. What I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try. We're gonna take this. If you look at, see if Frank is a good. Not really. Okay, there. See this? See this line right here? How the base is wider than the top? We can make a band of European or of interwoven foreign one. Might not be able to make it too wide. Right? Pop it on right there. Go all the way around down to, oh, probably about right here. That'll hold itself on. It'll just be like a little cuff for it, you know? Let's do that. Let's work on that tonight. See if we can get that to work. We're using 16 gauge 1/4 inch aluminum rings from chainreaction.ca. Chain-reaction.ca. Alright, let's see here. Here we go. Alright. So what is going on with me? What happened to me today? Alright, well, for starters, I did not read my emails. And I went to go take my kid to school this morning, and the school's closed. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't realize that they would be closed today, but it makes sense. It's spring break followed by Good Friday. Oh. It is Friday. That's funny. It's okay. I haven't known what day it is since Wednesday. Alright, so on Wednesday I thought it was Tuesday. And on Tuesday I thought it was, or on Thursday I thought it was Wednesday. Wednesday, or Thursday, Friday I thought it was Thursday. Anyway, yeah, so I'll go back and edit the title of this post, of this video, because it says it's Saturday night chainmail. That's funny. Because I'm thinking, I'm thinking 24 hours ahead. Like, what do I got to do tomorrow? Man, I don't think my kid has had a bath since Tuesday. That's because Thursday night I thought was Wednesday, and Thursday night's usually bath night. And then tonight, like, he doesn't, it's Friday, so it's not bath night. He won't get a bath till tomorrow. Oh man, how scattered my brain is right now. Stress will do that to you. But let me tell you about my day. Took my kid to school. They don't have after school care, or his little spring break camp thing that he had, because it's Good Friday. Live from Wisconsin Saturday. Might live. Yeah. Exactly. That's funny. I should include that live from Wisconsin bit. Good bit. Let's see here. I am not awake. I am present. I am here. Don't ask me any tough questions. Alright, so after I have not had any coffee at this point this morning, trying to figure out why there's no after school care. I have to go to the hospital to get my blood drawn, to get some labs from my doctor. Okay. So I called my insurance company yesterday afternoon, trying to figure out if my doctor was in network, and they weren't available. Like, no one answered. Cool. So I thought I'd try again this morning before I went and had my blood drawn. I get him on the phone. I'm asked, yeah, okay, is, you know, the hospital I go to in network, is it, if I go in here and get my blood drawn and see my doctor, is it covered by my insurance? Of course not. Not a chance. The closest doctor is over 25 miles away that accepts my insurance. So now I'm tired. I have to go to work, but I can't because I have my kid now, and I no longer have a doctor. So, needless to say, I was pissed on levels I haven't been in a long time, okay? Like, I was righteously angry this morning. Like, straight up murder was on the mind. Okay? So, I took my kid home, called all my patients. I was like, you know, I'll see you later. And, you know, it is what it is. There's a doctor several towns away who accepts my insurance from my company. It's like, okay, well, I'm not going there. I guess I'll just die. Right? I don't have any major health concerns enough for me to want to drive over 25 miles away to see a doctor. Right? Like, that's just ridiculous. So, okay. Having your insurance tied to your employment is a giant ripoff. Companies not being able to compete, insurance companies not being able to compete across state lines is a bunch of horse shit. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll figure it out. But that was my morning. The rest of the day was okay. Right? I did go out after a while and go see one of my patients later on in the afternoon, but I'm not relieving this right at all. Who did this? Ring clearly doesn't go there. There. Like that? Yeah, like that. Okay. By design, yeah. You know how I feel? Yeah. Pay good money for insurance for them to cover 40 to 80% only? Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if I pay good money for insurance, but I pay for insurance, and you know, things like a basic checkup are beyond my reach. You know, I'm not young. I'm getting to that age where I do have to be somewhat concerned about these things, but I'm also not dying, so like it's not a pressing issue. It's just that for once I had gotten up and I had remembered not to eat or drink anything before I went and had my labs drawn, and then I realized I was informed that I couldn't go and see and have my labs drawn. So that really pissed me off. Like, it's a wasted fasting period. Like, I like to get up, I like to have my coffee first thing, you know. Anyway, it's a joke. None of it's real. Like, I get why other countries make fun of our healthcare system, you know? Like, there's just, okay, it's great healthcare, you can get it, right? We have top-notch healthcare in the United States in a lot of areas. But you gotta travel for a day and a half to go see a doctor over yonder. You know, you might die on the way. What's the point? There's a lot of built-in things in our healthcare system that are beyond mindlessly stupid. So. All right. I should look into see if there are any traveling physicians. I know the visiting physicians people. I know them. I should ask them if they can just be like, yeah, you know, go to the hospital, have your labs drawn, and then I'll review them. It might be cheaper. I wonder if they accept my insurance. I'll have to look into it. Anyway, I know everybody has their opinion on health insurance, and it's a very polarizing topic, right? And so I don't want to devolve into, you know, a debate about who's got the best system, because they're all, you can criticize them all. They all have their flaws, right? But still, it's like something this phenomenally stupid. It just baffles my fucking mind. Alright, so then I came home and hung out with my kid, started on getting my tax paperwork together to do taxes. And at some point I came upstairs and I smelled something burning. And to me it smelled like a birthday candle or a scented candle of some kind had been lit and then blown out, right? So I had taken my eye off my son for like, oh, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. I was like, Colton, Did you light a candle? Like, he swears, he's like, I'm honest, putting his hand over his chest and everything. I'm honest. It was the funniest thing. And he wasn't, generally you can tell pretty easily when he's lying, right? So, I was looking for the source, couldn't find it. the smell was still lingering, but I didn't see anything of a flame. I didn't see any smoke. Like, okay, you know, maybe it's coming from the outside. I don't know. Could be a wire in the wall. I've got no idea. House isn't really old enough for that. I don't know. I didn't worry about too much. I was like, okay, as long as like I can't actively smell smoke and I see no open flame, I just stopped thinking about it for a little bit. Renee comes home. She instantly smells it. And she goes search around the house, trying to find the source. And I don't think she found it at first, but about an hour after she got home, she opened up the garbage can. And like it was very aromatic in the garbage can. And then she looked in the, hey Josh, how you doing? In the dishwasher right next to the garbage can, and down on the heating bar around the bottom of the dishwasher was a melted lid. So apparently I think burning plastic smells like lavender scented candles. You know, that's what my nose thinks burning plastic smells like. Learn new things about yourself every day. So, alright, no labs. Kids stayed home from school. Couldn't see my patients today. Lavender scented candle, burning plastic smell. Doing well, just finished grilling some steaks for dinner. Nice. I got pizza for dinner. We got like the fancy pizza. We didn't get Pizza Hut. We got Infocinos. It was pretty good. I'm pretty happy. When I first got up here, I didn't like we tried them once. I didn't like it. We have Durangos, and I tried them once, and I didn't like them. And we had Valeos, and I liked them, and we ate Valeos for a long time. Then it was like, you know, this is getting a bit pricey, so had some Domino's, had some Pizza Hut for a little while, and then tonight we were just like, all right, let's spring for something good. And Renee wanted Jardiniere on her pizza. And they're the only place that has it, so she had Jardiniere and cheese on her pizza. No pizza places around here, so you make your own or get Papa Murphy's. Papa Murphy's, there you go. Hey Josh, I want to ask, did your neighbor's calf make it? For some reason you can't get it off your mind. Josh, did the neighbor's calf make? I think I heard like a good result of that. Like they came back from wherever they were and were shocked to see how well the calf was doing. Now I'm intrigued. Josh, how is your neighbor's baby cow? I need answers. I don't know if I want to know though. Like, it's one of those things. Just better off not even thinking about it. All right. Moving right along here, aren't we? There. Come on, here we go. This is nice. I like this. All right. I think it's gonna look. Oh, think that'll look pretty good on there. Like, the top will be exposed. This is about as high up on, right underneath the handle, is about as high as we can get, and we can probably get another 2 LaRose in here, maybe 3. And if I can figure out a smart way to take elf weave and add some kind of contraction to it, we might go all the way from the handle here, you know, to the widest point in the bottle. We'll see. If I are a smart guy. I don't know. I don't know which is the working end of this. You honestly don't know. He took a turn for the worse again a few days after they got home. They had a vet come out and give him medications. When I last saw, he was not doing well, so you remove yourself the situation for your own mental health. That's fair. I get it. Hope he's doing okay. I like animals. I'm not a big pet person. I had a lizard, a bearded dragon, for like 13 years, and that's about as much responsibility as I'm willing to take. He was easy. I, you know, fed him crickets and washed the cricket carrier once a week, and then fed him some butternut squash salads every day. Cleaned out the poop when he pooped, and that was it. If you had any chance, you gave it to him? Yeah. You're probably going to have to go ask them, otherwise it's going to nag in your mind. Yup. So yeah, so I'm not much of a pet person, but you know, I don't like to see animals suffer unnecessarily, you know, like, I'm not a cruel person. It's like, I like my dogs, and I take care of them, but you know, I probably wouldn't get a dog in the first place. My dad's got like several cats that are half feral, a couple of dogs. I'm just like, I don't know how he does it. Oh, do you guys? Okay. So I have been doing some other chainmail work and some online education, and so while I was doing that, I was working on the Raiders flag. Do you guys want to see the Raiders flag? Oh. There. Turn Frank off for a second. This thing. All right. I got almost all the black done. I think this is the front way. There we go. That looks better. Right? Gotta add some rows up top, some rows on the bottom, but the sides are done, and that thing looks fucking amazing. Right? God damn. loops across the top, expand the sides a little bit, expand the top and bottom a little bit, and that'll pretty much use up all of my rings. All of my black rings. Alright. But it's now like a square with finished sides. Badass. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it, buddy. For those of you who don't know, Chris and I went to school together a long time ago. You swear he looks like his smile is brighter? It's because he's got all his pieces. Happy. Man. Looks great. Thanks, buddy. Oh. So I'm super excited about getting that much done. Ridiculously close to it being finished. It's just nice. It's just a nice feeling. Big project like that. Now, if I only didn't have 100 other projects like that. Yeah, we'll get to them all eventually. Alright, let's see here. You know what? I wonder. Okay, so I'm working with 16 gauge 1/4 inch rings here, and I have some 16 gauge 5/16 rings here. So I'm wondering if we can go from 16 gauge 1/4 inch to 16 gauge 5/16 as our kind of expansion down, right? That might work out really well. I think I have plenty of rings for the first like 2 or 3 rows here. Then you could go from like elf weave in 16 gauge 1/4 inch, elf weave in 16 gauge 5/16, and then like European 6-in-1. You could probably wrap the bottom with that. You think it's beer 30? Heck yeah. Beer 30. That was a good time. Warming up here too, so tomorrow I've got to drive out to Lake Geneva and see a patient because I didn't get a chance to see her today. What else? I've got to get the battery out of my lawnmower in the shed because it'll be dead, right? I know it's dead, but I should be able to put it on the trickle charger, charge it for a day, and then it should be able to start the lawnmower, right? Should. I may have to go buy a whole new battery completely, but and then what else have I got to do? I got to finish my taxes. And I gotta get the Harley washed up because it's gonna be warm enough to ride. So a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. I think the bike's gonna need an oil change at the end of this riding season. But other than that, oh, you know what? I gotta pull off the highway bars off the bike too. I need to do that this weekend so we can get it down here, so we can start thinking about what kind of projects we want to do to the highway bars. Hey, BD, how you doing? It'll be a very awkward thing, but it's one of those projects where you're gonna have to have like you're going to have to weave the chainmail onto the bars, right? It's not like something you could add afterwards. It would be a huge ordeal to add it later, right? Like, okay, let's say I was going to take this patch and wrap it around the highway bars, right? Like, if I don't start connecting it on row 1, okay, it's going to be nigh on impossible. Depending on the weave, right? It's going to be almost impossible to get it on the highway bars afterwards. So I'm just going to take them off, clean them up, bring them downstairs. Hi, Barb. Have a good night. And then we'll start using up some of these ridiculously numerous rings lying around. What weave am I weaving? This is called elf weave. I'm gonna make a little 3-row patch here and then try and attach it around a coffee cup. Should work. Could make a nice little coffee cup. Little coffee cup wrap. Next to bottles, coffee cups are my second favorite thing to wrap. I'm gonna be honest. Someone saw my when this coffee cup had the Celtic Vision on it, right? Someone asked me how much it would cost for me to make them another one. I was like, oh, probably around $300. They're like, so expensive. And I was like, oh, you know, sorry. It was a bit more involved than the elf weave wrap I have on there now. But just like, you know, the attitude of that, they weren't expecting that to be the price. And I was like, well, it takes a really long time to make this stuff. And most people who make chainmail, right, even people who do it full time, like I don't know where they're getting their health insurance from. Self-employed health insurance is expensive. You know? So most people don't price their chainmail. They don't price their health insurance into their chainmail, because if they did, you know, it would be a whole lot more expensive than it is. Most people just make a piece and they're like, oh, it cost me this amount in rings, it took this much time, so if I pay myself minimum wage plus twice this amount of rings, then, you know, I come out ahead. And they do, if they're not paying for health insurance. Some people can do that. And this, you know, this goes for all artists and artisans who make money off their artwork, right? A lot of people lowball themselves because they're not calculating into their cost the overhead of running a business. It's not just cost of materials plus cost of labor. It's like, what's your retirement plan look like? What's your health insurance cost? What's your unemployment insurance cost? Not that you're going to fire yourself or anything, but, you know. And, you know, I don't know if everybody needs to calculate that into the cost of their work. Business insurance is fairly cheap. Health insurance is expensive. Yes. Yes, BD1980. I am making elf sheet. I'm sorry. Elf weave is a misnomer. Or a, not quite accurate. Yeah, health insurance is ridiculous. I had quite the fiasco this morning regarding health insurance, and I was ready to murder someone. I was in the Army. I didn't have too many health problems. I got all my health insurance for free. I work in healthcare. You know, I know some doctors and some nurse practitioners and a couple other people I could call if I really needed to see a doctor and couldn't go to a doctor. But this is like, you know, this was a labs for a physical, just to get a checkup, and it's out of network for my insurance company. And the closest doctor is, you know, a day and a half of travel by wagon away, and it's like that's insane. Like, why would I ever have to travel that far when I have, you know, 1,000 doctors 5 minutes away? Website costs, packaging, shipping, equipment, upkeep, electricity for anodizing, cutting coil, etc., plus a ton of other stuff. Exactly. Yup. Which, okay, so, and here's an important thing to determine, right? Because you can write off a lot of that stuff. Like, should be able to write off almost all of it. Right? And there's not, like, okay. There's not a lot of chainmail in the world that's handmade. There's not a lot that's machine manufactured, but there's just not a lot of chainmail, period, right? And so chainmail's kind of in this price discovery phase. As far as I am concerned, where I think chainmail is on a global spectrum, right? Sorry, my workstation was just really gray from working on the Raiders flag anyway. If you see gray streaks, that's why. It's not because I'm a dirty person. Alright. And chainmail is fairly easy to get started in doing and get good at it fairly quickly, right? So a lot of people who are hobbyists, it's just a hobby and they're trying to flip a ring for some bucks. And they don't take into account, or they don't have to take into account, all their actual costs, right? Which I can only imagine, like, is hurting them economically, right, in the long run. Or at least, you know, it'll make it so that they're not doing this for very long. Because all of a sudden, out of nowhere, all these expenses pop up that they didn't, you know, account for. So I think that as time goes on, and as people specialize more and more into their specific chainmail niches, right? Some people, they only make jewelry. Some people, they only make armor. Some people, they only make dragons, you know? Like, everyone's got their little thing. Like, I do wine bottle wraps and coffee cup wraps. And yeah, I can do other things, but that's probably just what I've made the most of, right? Successfully. Made a lot of stuff unsuccessfully. Now, I think as chainmail gets bigger and people work longer at it, they will have better advice to give when people come up and say, you know, which happens 100 times a day, how much should I charge for this? Right? I can only hope. I know a lot of people complain. It's like, oh, I can't compete with that person who's selling their 20 gauge 1/8 Byzantine necklace. It's 300 feet long for $5. No, I just can't make a living off those prices. I don't know how they do. It's like, well, I mean, you're just gonna have to use your experience to be better. Market demographic plays a big part in that too. How do you mean, Josh? Like the market you're trying to serve, like what your customers are willing to pay, and what you make? Like if you make like fancy artsy pieces, you're gonna be able to sell them more versus like a chainmail shirt that requires a lot of labor but doesn't necessarily get the price you're looking for. Just kind of shooting in the dark what you're determining market demographic is. And I'm okay, don't get me wrong, I'm just throwing out thoughts right now because I'm not the world's greatest businessman, and I don't honestly, like, I run a business and I am learning about business, but I don't know shit about business. And so this is just some observations I've made that I think are fairly accurate where you are trying to sell your stuff. Yes. Right? Like, a lot of people tried to get me to go to the flea market down in San Antonio, which is like this giant area on the south side of town. And it's like, those people aren't looking for high-end chainmail pieces. You know? They're looking for stuff. Trying to find a deal on something. Yeah, it's a complete one man's trash is another's treasure environment down there, right? So, like, I don't want to knock the flea market, but like, I'm not going to go set up a booth there. And it's another important thing for when people ask about, like, why are your prices so high? Like, oh, because I'm self-employed and I have to pay for my own insurance, and you know, it's $500,000 a month just to insure me, you know, in case I get the cold. And you've been doing shows and events for 10 years, found that for your work, you did much better at themed events like Ren Fairs and Pirate Festivals. The small local events and craft shows are okay, but you're usually lucky if you break even at them. Yeah. Right, so like, why would you bother, you know? Like, if you're lucky to break even, I don't want to be lucky to break even. I want to I want to spend my time as wisely as possible, you know. Like, there's a Comic-Con, there's Comic-Cons, there's Ren Fairs, there's tattoo conventions, there's oh, what else? There's the Highland Games, the Irish Festival, right? All, like, those are all big things around here in the stretch of land between Chicago and Milwaukee that I think my stuff would do really well at. So, like, I don't want to go to the Christmas craft show. I've done that. I did well, but that was all just, I hadn't even made, I think I made like some ornaments for the show. I think I sold like 2 ornaments. The biggest thing I made were some anodized aluminum and EPDM bracelets that I was selling for like $5 a piece. Those got picked up. I did sell a few larger bracelets, but you know, if I take the MailleWerX gear to that, okay, that blanket right there, the Scottish flag with the Scottish thistle on it, right? If I take that blanket to the Highland Games, you know, if I take 20 of them, I think I'll sell all 20. You know? We'll see. Anymore, you stick to Pirate Festival, Ren Fairs, and Highland Ed Weapon Games. You do well at those. Pre-COVID, of course, yeah. Well, that's a thing too, right? Like, it's gonna be a very long economic recovery. Right? It's going to take a while. Still plenty of money to be made out there. Don't let that discourage you. Don't let that stop you. There's money to be made. Right? You just got to be selective of where you try to sell your stuff. Alright. We're getting close to being all the way around this cup. We're getting there. We only need 2 or 3 rows. We'll see. And that's another thing I gotta do. I gotta apply to be a vendor for the Highland Games. It's coming up this August. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced that I want to do it. Well, I know I want to do it. I just don't know if it's going to be... if the juice is going to be worth the squeeze, you know what I mean? Yours is in August as well, yeah. Like, I know it's a big event, and I know a lot of people go, and I'm sure the foot traffic will be excellent. I think my products will do well. It's just a matter of getting stock and then getting out there. It's not far. It's not like trying to get to Florida was. So, I don't know. We'll see. I want, okay, so like I sell stuff online. It's very difficult to get traffic to any small website online because there's, you know, 100 bajillion websites on the internet. And I have not yet called the CEO of the internet and been like, hey, yo, hook me up with some traffic there. So, like, a place with foot traffic is a good idea, right? I mean, I would think. I don't know. All right, let me grab a drink. I'll be right back. All right. It looks like you're the only one here with me tonight over there on Twitch. You feel alone over there, BD? I'm sorry. Believe me. Like, this isn't a chainmail instructional channel. This is just me making stuff, and so maybe if I had like some how-to videos, it would garner more traffic, but then it's like work. And I don't want it to be like work. So then I do plan on being more active over on Twitch, so hopefully I try. I've tried to watch like probably 15 streams in the last couple days, and I have not been able to sit down and watch a one. So, like, I didn't even know it was Friday. That's how bad it is. Like, I went to work today. And I didn't realize that it was Friday, not Saturday. I wrote in the title, it's Saturday Night Chainmail, because I think that it's Saturday. And I went to work today. And it's like, I don't know, maybe I need a break. Ugh. Too funny. I don't know what I would need a break from, but clearly not in my right mind. Like, I generally don't have physical side effects from like anxiety or depression or anger or any of that, you know, generally. So maybe I'm just stressed out and don't realize it. Because I legit thought today was Saturday when I wrote the title. My brain's only good for so many things all at, you know, any given time. And I thought I was doing okay. Up until I wrote Saturday Night Live and some who is these days? Yeah, for real, right? Yeah, sorry about the title last night. I thought it was Saturday because, you know, it's been Saturday for a year now, and I've just been in my pajamas hanging out at home and then putting other different styles of pajamas on to go to work, and then coming back home and changing back into my pajamas. Right, because I wear scrubs to work, right? I don't wear like slacks or anything, and they're kind of pajama-like. On Fridays, I wear jeans, though. So every day is pajama day, and it's like, what day is it even? I don't even know. Hopefully I don't wake up and take my kid to school tomorrow and try to leave him there before I go to work. Before I go to work tomorrow. My kid was pretty upset that no one was there. He wanted to go see his friends. Which is funny because before you get him in the car to take him, right, it's like, I don't want to go. I don't want to spend all day there. I want to stay home and play Fortnite. And then you get him there, and like, there's no one there. Like, I want to see my friend. You know, like, I'm sorry, dude. Dad doesn't know how to read an email or know what day it is, so. It's fine. Get a good night's sleep. And then it'll all be well halfway through next week when I forget what day it is again. Come on. Oh, gotta get that stretch in. Very important stretch as often as possible when you're making chainmail. Oh. You can get really locked up, focused and bent over and trying to get your projects done. Oh my god, my kid is beating on the floor with his feet. I don't know what his deal is. Like a herd of elephants running around upstairs. What, kiddo? Oh, he did that because he forgot I was downstairs. Okay, well, please don't do it again, buddy. Alright. What happened? Oh, gotta add a few more of these side rings here. I think at least one more row should hold us onto the coffee cup pretty well. We'll see here. I'll check in a second. There we go. All right, let's see here. Let's see where we stand. Yeah. Like that's... I can't get it any higher than that realistically, right? Like that's where the handle starts. Prevent it from doing anything. But we're about, oh, I don't know, 2/3 of the way around. We're close. Okay. But as you can kind of see there, the bottom widens out. So we may get probably one more row of 6 gauge 1/4 inch in here before it's too tight to expand out anymore. We'll try some 6 gauge 5/16 down where it gets wider. And it's like the bottom, try and do this whole bottom of this cup here just for shits and giggles, and it'll be aluminum so it won't be nearly as heavy as the other two. Hi Vicky, how you doing? Alright, we're getting somewhere with this. We'll see how it goes. I'm not 100% convinced that it'll work, but other stranger things have worked far more successfully, so why not? Ooh, buddy. Alright, what time is it? An hour 15. Alright, guys. Normally I would go longer. But it has been, if you can't tell, a long day. I'm gonna need to rest my brain so that I can figure out what day it is. I legit thought it was Saturday. And yeah. Plus my after all the work on that Raiders flag today, my wrist is starting to act up, so. But we will keep going with this. We'll see where we get. Find out what happens next time. Next time on MailleWerX Chainmail live streams. All right. Live from Wisconsin. It's a Saturday night chainmail. All right, let's see here. See if I can get kind of a no focus there whatsoever. I was hoping to get like something. It's kind of nice. It would make, you know, a lovely bracelet if it wasn't made from aluminum. Bit bulky, but it'll make a nice little coffee cup wrap. All right, and this is one of the few aluminum pieces I've done, so I'm pretty happy with this particular ring size from chain-reaction.ca. Speaking of which, if you use discount code MailleWerX10 when you check out at chain-reaction.ca, you will get 10% off your order. I want to make sure I mention that, so that everybody can go check them out, get them some aluminum rings. And so I tell you what, guys, I will see you tomorrow, if not at the latest. Today is Friday, so if not tomorrow, it's Saturday, then at the latest Sunday. I will try and figure out what day it is between now and then and get a little rest, because clearly I apparently need it. And in the meantime, please check out MailleWerX.com for all your chainmail themed apparel and accessory needs, especially if you want to see more from MailleWerX. Best way to support us is to get yourself something nice from there. So I want everyone to have a great weekend, have a great night, and I will talk to you guys all later. You guys have a good one. Bye.